Okay, everyone, welcome to this new podcast that I am going to be doing. So, what this is basically, as everyone knows, I'm like an author. I write books, mostly poetry books, but aspiring to be like a fiction author and write other kinds of books and stuff. But that's besides the point, really. What this podcast is really about is just a way to pass the time for me, because it's just recording these podcasts, and I'm going to be talking about different subjects, for 10 minutes each, basically. And what this does is it gives me something to do, because I feel like I need something in order for me to get something done. I need to have like a set kind of goal. And I do like playing video games, but I feel like when I play video games, I'm kind of, in a lot of senses, just wasting my time, because you're not really accomplishing anything. But what I feel like is if I start, tracking my progress or accomplishments within this game of Call of Duty with the zombies that I'm playing, I might eventually, get to a certain point where I feel like growing as a person, because I'm going to be listening to audiobooks while I'm doing this and improving my Call of Duty skills at the same time. But the main thing you do have to keep in mind with this podcast is that obviously this first podcast is a little bit off the cuff with me just talking to the microphone. But aside from that, it's just me talking about personal things that are going on in my life that I feel like I want to talk about. Sort of like, video diary. And I thought, what gimmick can I include in this podcast to keep people engaged? There has to be some kind of sticking point or gimmick. And the gimmick is, the whole podcast is basically me talking over gameplay of the highlights from my days playing of Call of Duty Zombies, because one thing I've always wanted to do is be part of the competitive gaming community. But the thing is, I want to do things in person, but the issue is, like, there's no real way to find people who want to play Call of Duty in person. And all of my I have some friends that might want to play, but no real interest. And it's gotten to the point where I just want to have like a 1v1 search and destroy kind of tournament thing at either a venue that I'd rent out for the day, or like my house or something, just to get people involved in this kind of thing that I feel like kind of semi-passionate about. Not as passionate as I am about like books and poetry, but the thing is, I just want to, have fun with what I'm doing, and feel like I'm making progress towards some kind of goal, which is why with this podcast, every time I talk about it, even if it's unrelated to Call of Duty, whatever I'm talking about, there's going to be a spreadsheet in the description of the YouTube video for this podcast that's going to have basically, in short, like all of the, the records for all the games that I've been playing, and also links to the full gameplay. The goal is to get to 1 million zombie annihilations or eliminations, and that might take, as I think people would know, a long time to accomplish. But really, this goal is just about personal growth, and basically listen to a lot of audiobooks while I play the game. And the other thing is that I know previously I was attempting to do, I have had lots of ambitious goals with projects I've been doing in the past. The biggest project I would say that I've done so far is the one related to the Minecraft failed attempts to reach the world border. And someone actually, but before I was able to accomplish that, someone was actually able to reach the world border in the modern version of the game. And I was like, at that point I was just like, wait, someone's thought of doing this impossible goal and they're actually able to do it. I'm giving up. But then I guess the main thing is the experience you had along the way. But other thing that I've been working on was the actual recording of how far I've been walking every day, with the sort of like walking journey thing I've been doing. But that was like, I stopped doing that like in 2022 when my wife arrived in America, because the whole thing was like a journey to South Africa. I was tracking the distance to South Africa, and then that's how that ended. When she came, I stopped doing it. So